Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our 2022 celebration for our newest PhD graduates. My name is Jeff Casello, and I'm the Associate Vice President for Graduate Studies and Postdoctoral Affairs here at the University of Waterloo. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome you and to serve as your MC today. Today we come together to celebrate a PhD, and for our graduates, you know what that is, and for those who supported you, you probably have a sense of the level of effort, time, energy, and accomplishment that comes with a PhD, particularly at the University of Waterloo. And today we celebrate all of you, our graduates, and those, of course, who supported them, loved ones, moms, dads, spouses, partners, and of course, children as well. Today is a really amazing day for us to celebrate all of your hard work and to acknowledge all the contributions you have made and will make as you go forward in your careers. We have a terrific program for you today. I'm joined here in the Senate and Boardroom on the campus of the University of Waterloo by a number of university administrators. We're also here momentarily from our President and Vice Chancellor. Then I will invite our Vice President, Academic and Provost, Dr. James Rush, to address this celebration. And then from there, we will hear from the Faculty Associate Deans. Along the way today, we will hear from 2 Governor General Gold Medal Award winners, the highest recognition that we can give to a graduate student at the University of Waterloo. My favorite part of the day, and I think yours will be too, is we've got a 5-minute video celebrating the moments from each of our graduates' PhD program. So we'll share that with you also. In the afternoon will close with some comments and remarks from me, and it'll be my pleasure to wrap things up. So without further ado, let's begin our program. And let me ask that we see the video that was prepared by our President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Vivek Goel.
Thank you, Jeff. It is important to reflect and acknowledge the University of Waterloo's campuses in Waterloo, Kitchener, and Cambridge are situated on the Haldimand Tract, land 6 miles on each side of the Grand River, granted to the Haudenosaunee of 6 nations. The land inside and surrounding the Haldimand Tract, including our Stratford campus, is the traditional territory of the Attawandaron, Anishinaabe, and Haudenosaunee. I also acknowledge and recognize this area is now home to many diverse First Nation, Inuit, and Métis groups. I am delighted to welcome so many of you here today to celebrate and honor our newest graduates. To the family, friends, supervisors, and supporters of our graduates, thank you for being here and for all the support you have provided. As we all know, earning a PhD is a complex undertaking. It requires dedication, hard work, and perseverance, not to mention the additional challenges faced as a result of the pandemic. You and your fellow graduates are most deserving of your many accolades. My own time as a graduate student was the best phase of my life. While it may not seem to be while you're a graduate student, it is truly an amazing period. You're free to explore big ideas, interact with really interesting people, and commit yourself to attaining a level of expertise in your field that few others have. Regardless of your discipline, you have an opportunity to impact your community and, more broadly, the world. During your time at Waterloo, your contributions have been important to growing your own field of study. They've also contributed towards advancing and achieving the bold ideas and big ambitions of our institution. Through your research and teaching, you've brought your unique ideas and perspectives to others. You are an invaluable part of what makes the University of Waterloo exceptional. I look forward to officially conferring your degrees in the coming days. We are very proud of you and happy to have you join the alumni community of the University of Waterloo. While earning a doctorate is a monumental accomplishment, it also marks the beginning of something new. As Waterloo graduates, you will be a part of the continuing legacy of our institution and our future as you take what you have learned and make contributions to the world. Perhaps more than ever, the world needs passion and curiosity to solve the challenges humanity faces. Best of luck in the next chapters of your careers.
Thanks so much for those words, Vivek, and certainly we agree. The PhD is a monumental occasion, and today should be thought of as a celebration of that accomplishment, but also the beginning of looking forward for what's next. At every university, there is a position called the Provost. This is the Chief Academic Officer, often the Chief Financial Officer. In essence, the Provost, largely along with deans and others, is the person who runs the university. At the University of Waterloo, we're very fortunate to have my friend and colleague, Dr. James Rush, serve as our Provost. I'd like to invite Dr. Rush to address this celebration. Jim?
Thanks very much, Jeff, and good afternoon to everyone. On behalf of the university, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our newest doctoral graduates. I understand there are more than 220 of them. Many of them are joining us today. I'd also like to extend a welcome to all of the academic supervisors, family members, friends, and special guests that are attending today's virtual celebration. I'd like to emphasize that while we are gathering in a virtual way, that the pride and the recognition of accomplishment we're all feeling today couldn't be any more real. Graduates, please know that we celebrate you in this special way today. We are recognizing that today marks the culmination of years of hard work, of your passion and your problem solving. Your research has made a significant original contribution to knowledge in your field, and you are graduating from an exceptional university. It has no doubt been a demanding journey, but believe me, your commitment to this journey has fortified you for fulfillment and success in your paths ahead. When I was a PhD student, I would not have imagined that I was on a journey that might lead to becoming a university provost. And in fact, I probably didn't even know what a provost was when I was a PhD student. But I can now truly say that many of the formative experiences I had while I was a PhD student have been very useful in preparing me for this role. I believe the same will be true for you in your journey. Today, we not only celebrate the time and the effort it took for you to get here, but we also celebrate you as a person and those who have supported you. As a professor, I've had the incredible opportunity to supervise PhD students at the University of Waterloo, and I know how valuable the support from various types of relationships is in helping to create the conditions for perseverance and success of PhD candidates. My own PhD advisor had a profound sense of this as he continued to remind me that my biggest achievement during my PhD was marrying my wife and us having the first two of our children while I was a PhD student. Supervisors, family, and friends, the support that you have offered your graduate during their academic journey has been integral to their success. At times, I'm certain it was challenging for everyone involved, so congratulations on reaching the finish line together. You'll hear from my colleagues in a few minutes about how the University of Waterloo has been affected by the increasing pace of change over the past few years, including the challenges and the obstacles presented by the COVID-19 pandemic at a critical time for you as graduate students. Indeed, the greater context of universities as essential, relevant, functional, and sustainable leadership structures in society has been tested by the challenges of the global pandemic. Of course, many of those challenges faced by universities have also been shared widely across the total education sector, with government, with industry, with society in general, and also in our evolving sense of humanity. We must learn from and respond to these challenges to take our leadership role in the transformative co-evolution of universities, government, industry, services, and society. This is a society in which knowledge and information is abundant. What's not abundant is high-level integration of various types of knowledge. But this is so important, considering the rapid, continuous evolution of knowledge and the heightened demand and responsibility that knowledge be more quickly integrated into the fabric of society. Relatively few have the skills, the talents, the attention, the passion, and the training to integrate knowledge at the highest levels, to understand deeply, to see the connections and applications, and the limits or the universality of the knowledge that is being generated. You are all among those few. There is and will continue to be demand for you to fulfill that role in multiple ways and in evolving paths ahead. The fact that you are here at the finish line in 2022 speaks to your tenacity and your resilience. My optimism for the world includes my belief that your University of Waterloo PhD education has prepared you to willingly embrace change, to be knowledge integrators, leaders, and change agents in the multiple paths that will open for you. That's why I encourage you today to use your gifts, the skills that you've learned here at Waterloo, and your connections to make your communities, this country, and our world a better place, especially for those less fortunate. Alumni of this university are capable of doing this, and that group now includes you. As you celebrate your achievements today and move into the next phases of your lives, know that you are a unique and important member of the University of Waterloo family. The university staff, your faculty, supervisors, and I are proud of you. We want to keep in touch, and we will support you in any way we can as you embark on the next chapter of your life. I hope you continue to benefit from being a part of the University of Waterloo community, from its resources, its reach, and most importantly, from the relationships that you have built here. Today, it is our collective intent with this special virtual event to ensure that you, our doctoral class of spring 2022, are celebrated together. And the celebration will continue soon as we are returning to in-person convocation celebrations, which have been sorely missed in the university community for the past 2 years. I look forward to seeing you cross the stage at convocation 2 weeks from now. And so on behalf of the University of Waterloo, I congratulate you on your well-deserved doctoral degrees and honor and recognize your achievements, the excellent achievements of a new generation of Waterloo graduates. Please accept my own heartfelt congratulations and my wish for all the very best as you go out into the world and continue to be University of Waterloo ambassadors. At this point, I'll turn the program back to Professor Jeff Casello.
Thanks so much, Jim, for those remarks. And certainly I think those are some themes that we'll hear throughout the day of resiliency and of community and of staying strong and being transformative. What will happen next is we will hear from 6 of our Associate Deans Graduate Studies. We'll begin with the first 3 Associate Deans, and we'll list them in the faculties in alphabetical order. So beginning today with the Faculty of Arts, our colleague Anna Esselman couldn't be here with us today, but we're honored to have with us the Assistant Vice President for Graduate Studies and Postdoctoral Affairs and a faculty member and former Associate Dean in the Faculty of Arts, Dr. Liz Nilsson. Liz?
I'm really pleased to be here to acknowledge the accomplishments of graduates from the Faculty of Arts. I imagine a lot has happened for you over the course of your PhD studies. It's a long and sometimes windy road. And of course, the experience was deeply affected by pandemic disruptions. For those of you whose research included travel, field work, lab studies, or other site-specific work, it would have been a huge challenge. But all of you, regardless of discipline and field of study, exemplified ingenuity and determination to navigate around and through these disruptions. And you persevered with writing that thesis, potentially in relative isolation. Amazing. You did it, and that is a huge accomplishment for which you should be very, very proud. Beyond the pandemic, it is the breadth of experiences and opportunities you had as a doctoral student that I hope stay with you as distinctive and positive memories. This breadth is what we hope makes graduate studies more than the academic experience, as important as that is. It's your collegial and personal connections with other students, with faculty, your supervisors, and staff members, and with other groups outside your home department, the library, the Writing and Communication Center, Grad House, GSA, GSPA, that make it a full experience of learning and discovery. And I hope you felt supported from all sides. The university is sharing stories about PhD graduates from each of the 6 faculties, which includes Dr. Kristen Wright-Taylor, a PhD in English representing arts. When Kristen came to Waterloo to pursue her PhD, she already had an impressive track record as a published author and teacher. And here she advanced this work and focused specifically on international students in higher education who must write in a second or third language. Her dissertation bridges a gap in writing curriculum between domestic and international students so that all can benefit from this diversity. Now contributing her expertise in the field of writing studies as both scholar and consultant, Kristen says, "I have more and more gratitude for the excellent mentorship I received in my program. I feel confident in the education I received from my faculty in the English language and literature. It's an outstanding program and one I'm proud to have on my degree." And Kristen, we're proud to have you join our alumni community. If there was a common defining feature of doctoral research across the programs in the Faculty of Arts, it would be social impact, where the human being, individually or in groups, is at the center of the inquiry. A look through the 2022 cohort's dissertation titles makes this clear, whether it's focused on health, well-being, economies and prosperity, governance and policy, accountability, equity, or cultural expression. Your scholarship makes meaningful contributions that can benefit people and societies. Your hard work makes positive social impacts, which is something the world always needs. Now, how will your time here contribute to your next act in life? You will know that you can identify a problem and challenge, investigate it thoroughly, evaluate the explanations, and mount an argument about why something matters, why we should pay attention to it, and propose ways forward. These skills are applicable everywhere, and we are so proud to have played a part in helping you develop them. All the best as you move forward. I'm now going to introduce the Associate Dean of Engineering, Dr. Siva Raman.
Thank you, Liz, and good afternoon, everyone. Let me start by congratulating all the new doctoral graduates. My name is Siva Sivothaman, Associate Dean, Graduate Studies in the Faculty of Engineering. When I think about doctoral studies in the Faculty of Engineering, I'm filled with pride to be part of such an incredible group of individuals. Individuals who are pursuing groundbreaking research that is both innovative and world-changing. Each of you has made an incredible accomplishment. You have achieved the highest possible degree in your discipline. You have demonstrated excellence in your research and academics, which culminates here today in this celebration. So congratulations. Last 2 years have been very challenging. You're probably the first batch of doctoral graduates who have spent nearly half of your PhD time under the pandemic. The world is not the same, and yet each one of you persevered. You worked and studied through shutdowns, reopenings, and more shutdowns. You social distanced in your labs. You worked from home as best as you could. And you have demonstrated resilience and adaptability. And that makes your accomplishments here today so much more noteworthy. At Waterloo, our shared pride in our reputation for innovation and excellence unites our community of faculty, students, staff, and alumni. As you go forward in your next phase of your careers, I encourage you to remember all that you have learned here. At this point, I would also like to take a moment to thank your faculty supervisors, your classmates, your staff, your family and friends who have supported you throughout this incredible journey. Let me once again congratulate all the doctoral graduates, and I now invite Professor Peter Dedman of the Faculty of Environment to say a few words.
Thank you, Siva. Today, we celebrate the accomplishments of our PhD graduates in environment. We reflect on the journey that we've taken together over the past 4 or 5 years. It has been a period of accomplishment and challenges for the Faculty of Environment and for the graduates that we celebrate here today. The past 5 years have seen a period of growth in graduate enrollment in environment. During this time, the faculty has also seen its research funding grow along with the addition of new research chairs. And this growth in activity has enhanced the faculty's position as one of the leaders of environmental research in Canada. Of course, our graduate students play a major role in these research activities. This year's PhD graduates have tackled research questions that represent the full strength and breadth of the work that we do in the faculty. Their research work covers a variety of topics, including remote sensing, flood risk management, transportation modeling, and climate change impacts and adaptation. For example, one of our graduates, Thelma Abu, undertook research to understand the issues and processes shaping access to water, sanitation, and hygiene, or WASH, services in healthcare facilities in Kisumu, Kenya. Thelma's work explored the contribution of these services to emergency preparedness and the challenges in getting access to these services, particularly in rural areas. Her research highlights the need to strengthen partnerships among multiple stakeholders and to develop context-driven sustainable solutions. Thelma's work was supported by her supervisor, Professor Susan Elliott, and by her colleagues in the Geographies of Health and Place lab. So we're very proud of the accomplishments of all our PhD graduates, particularly so this year, as you have had to navigate the many challenges associated with the COVID-19 pandemic. Your perseverance and dedication is an inspiration to us all. While we celebrate these accomplishments today, it is also time to look forward as you prepare for your life after Waterloo. What will you take with you as you move on? And while the research questions or other challenges evolve and change over time, there is one constant, that a university education is the product of its people. My own PhD supervisor passed away last week. He was an inspiration and a mentor to me, and his example guided me through my career. His passing has reminded me that the relationships that you've built here, the examples of your mentors, and the inspiration and motivation that you've shared with your colleagues at Waterloo are the things that will guide you in your future work. The work will evolve and the world will change, but the memories of the people, the lab and field work, the discussions, those will be a source of inspiration and guidance to you as you move forward. Remember those things as you become the mentors, the teachers, and the leaders who guide our world through the challenges that lay ahead. So congratulations to you all, and sincere best wishes to you all as you blaze your own trail forward from Waterloo. I'd now like to invite Jeff Casello back to the podium.
Thanks so much, Pete. And thanks, Pete, for sharing those memories of your supervisor. I sincerely hope for all of our graduates that there will be a time when you are reflecting back on the importance of your supervisor and of the strength of the relationship that you had with them. And I do hope that you heed Pete's advice and move forward and continue to be a role model for those students and other colleagues with whom you might work as you move on in your careers. Every year, the university graduates about 1,500 graduate students, and we have the incredibly difficult task of selecting amongst those graduates 3 Governor General Gold Medal Award winners. This year we have 2 who are with us today, one who is here physically, one who has already recorded a video for us that you'll hear in just a minute. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Patrick Naylor, who finished from the Faculty of Mathematics in Pure Mathematics. And Dr. Naylor, I apologize in advance. I did my best to understand your work, but I can say oftentimes there are PhDs that are difficult for us who are not in the discipline to know exactly what the work is. So how I'll characterize it, and I hope I have this correct. Dr. Naylor's work involves the representation of complex spaces, something that mathematicians called manifolds. And his work was completed here at the University of Waterloo with Professor Doug Park. It was also supported by Dr. Maggie Miller, who is at Stanford University. Currently, Dr. Naylor is a postdoctoral fellow at Princeton University in the United States. And as I said, Dr. Naylor has recorded this message to his fellow graduates. So, Dr. Naylor.
Welcome, PhD graduates, distinguished members of the University of Waterloo, advisors, family, and friends. I'm honored to give this address today, and I'm deeply honored to be one of the recipients of the Governor General's Gold Medal. First and foremost, there are a number of people that I have to thank for all of their support during my PhD degree. Thank you to my advisor, Doug Park, for all of your support and wisdom. Thank you to my collaborators at the University of Waterloo and elsewhere, and to my friends. Lastly, I would like to thank my family who gave their constant support to a prospective mathematician living nearly 1,000 miles away. This absolutely would not be possible without you. To the PhD graduates gathered here, congratulations. Congratulations on all of your accomplishments, all of your hard work, and for graduating during some of the most challenging years in recent history. This week, I found myself reflecting on the kinds of lessons that I learned here at the University of Waterloo, and I decided that I would share a few of them with you in this address. Like any message like this, of course, take them with a grain of salt, but I do hope that you recognize some of these from your own experiences. So here's a short list of things that I learned as a PhD student here. And for anyone who's getting worried, don't worry, I won't suddenly talk about any mathematics. Okay. Number one, excellence is a habit, not an act. Of course, this is usually attributed to Aristotle. The premise, of course, is that excellence is not something that spontaneously happens. Rather, it's a habit that's practiced and developed over time. Nowhere was this more often shown to me than at the University of Waterloo. It was shown to me by countless colleagues, professors, graduate students, and friends who were committed day in and day out to bettering themselves and their community, really in a way that I can only describe as inspiring. Truthfully, I think this is one of the most important lessons that I have learned, is you have to practice excellence. Number two, don't focus on failure. And I'll attribute this particular piece of wisdom to my advisor, Doug Park. I think perhaps we collectively worry about our failures a lot. We obsess over them and we dissect them, maybe as a means of improving ourselves. And while that can certainly be useful, it's also important to reflect on our success, to think about what did go well, how we did meet some of our goals. The best way that I have learned to do this is through gratitude. By giving thanks for the opportunities that we've had and to the people who've helped us succeed. We're uniquely privileged to be PhD graduates from the University of Waterloo. Not everyone has that kind of opportunity. As you graduate and as you go on to begin a variety of new exciting careers, consider reflecting on this. Rather than worrying about failures, don't forget to encourage the people and the kinds of things that help you succeed. Lastly, number three, be kind, be friendly, and be welcoming. When I applied originally to the Master of Mathematics program at the University of Waterloo, even before I started my PhD, to my great surprise, I was invited to visit the pure mathematics department. And I was struck immediately by how friendly and welcoming everyone was. Some of the graduate students took me out for lunch and later for dinner, and I knew immediately that this was the place for me. Now, and ever since then, I've tried my very best to foster this kind of atmosphere at the University of Waterloo, and really anywhere that I work. If I look back, that single day affected my life profoundly. And the lesson is that you really never know the kind of lasting effect your attitude might have. So in closing, I'll say this. The world today needs the knowledge and compassion of Waterloo's PhD graduates, perhaps more than ever. As a planet, we're facing a huge number of challenges, whether that be war or poverty, hunger, systemic racism, or the climate crisis. As PhD graduates, we're uniquely positioned to change our world for the better. As you go on to start your new careers, reflect on the lessons and the wisdom that you have learned here at Waterloo and how you might combine that knowledge and wisdom to make an impact. Once again, to my fellow graduates this year, congratulations. Thank you very much.
I want to sincerely thank Dr. Patrick Naylor for taking the time and effort to prepare that video and share with his thoughts. And as I reflect on his message, I take away the three messages that he shared with us. One of resiliency, one of excellence, and one of reflection, looking back on the time that he experienced and not looking solely on our failures, yes, using them as an opportunity to learn, but also to grow and to improve. So really, I think, important messages and good lessons for all of us, and certainly one that I will spend some time thinking about. We've already heard from our three faculties at the upper half of the alphabet. Now we will hear from the three faculties in the lower half of the alphabet. Well, not strictly, but we begin with the Faculty of Health. We'll be followed then by the Faculty of Mathematics and the Faculty of Science. And presenting for the Faculty of Health today is Dr. Brian Laird, the Associate Dean for Graduate Studies. Brian.
Thank you, Jeff. My name is Brian Laird, Associate Dean, Graduate Studies from the Faculty of Health. It's a privilege for me to be here to celebrate the stories of hard work, resilience, accomplishments, and leadership of all PhD graduates from the Faculty of Health. One of those stories we are celebrating today, and throughout this spring's convocation, is that of Binyam Desta. For his thesis, Binyam led a population study of acute gastrointestinal illness in 4 African countries, alongside 11 research partners. This would have been a challenge in the best of times, but we must recognize that due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the past 2.5 years have hardly been the best of times. Like so many, if not all of you, Binyam showed remarkable resolve to pivot his research in the face of COVID. Through this pivot, Binyam answered the call from Toronto Public Health to estimate the under-ascertainment of symptomatic COVID-19 in Toronto. This, I think, is an important reminder of how, especially in the midst of a crisis, we can devote our research skills as a service for public good. But Binyam's story is just one of so many in this PhD graduating class of 2022. Congratulations to every one of you. I expect that you are reflecting on the friendships and connections that you have built over your years here at the University of Waterloo. Friendships and connections that not only enriched your lives during your studies, but are also likely to persist in ways that few others will ever match. Don't hesitate to stay in touch with your supervisors, instructors, and other mentors, and student colleagues. I can confidently say that we all very much want to keep on celebrating your successes and achievements. Days like today are also a chance to reflect on the changes we've seen over the past 4+ years. I think it's safe to say that this is now a very different world than it was when you started your programs. For one, you're graduating from a Faculty of Health and not the Faculty of Applied Health Sciences that you entered. Beyond that, we're facing a time of staggering inflation, global conflict, heartbreaking violence, and accelerating and worsening impacts of climate change, and an unrelenting march from one infectious zoonotic disease to another. Despite these challenges, I'm not just optimistic, but I am confident that these can be overcome. In the Faculty of Health, we often talk about our shared vision, that of a healthier world. To achieve this vision, your talents are sorely needed. With the skills, knowledge, and relationships you've built during your time at UW, we'll overcome these threats to health, promote health and well-being, as well as a more equitable future for all. So I think I speak for all of us when I say, we're so fortunate to have each of these doctors of philosophy ready to join the health research community. There is still so much good to be done. And now let me introduce you to Bertrand Guénin, Associate Dean, Graduate Studies, Faculty of Mathematics.
Thank you, Brian. Hello, my name is Bertrand Guénin, and I have the great honor to be the Associate Dean for Grad Studies in the Faculty of Mathematics. And on behalf of the faculty, I want to express how immensely proud we are of your achievements. regardless of the program you're in, be it statistics or computer science, applied math or pure math, or combinatorics and optimization, you were challenged to understand and do things that were once beyond your ability. Earlier this week, I was reviewing the thesis titles, and I was astounded by the diversity of topics. This diversity reflects the depth and breadth of the work in the Faculty of Mathematics. But we're not just here to celebrate your work and creativity you demonstrated, but also the resilience you displayed in completing your PhD during a global pandemic. Graduate students and the research are what makes the University of Waterloo thrive and reinvent itself. For this, all the faculty members in mathematics thank you for spending the last few years with us. We owe you a debt of gratitude. This is only the beginning of your careers, whether you go on to do postdocs, faculty position, or into industry. There's a rich history of Waterloo graduate students going on to create ideas and create companies which change the world. If I have one word of advice, don't be modest, do important things. One resource that you have is time, but it is fleeting, so use it wisely. I know that no one gets through graduate school without support from family or friends, so let us please thank them for the support. I'm sure it's a special day for them too. It will soon be time for us to part, but do come and visit. Nothing brings us more joy than reconnecting with our graduates. It is now my pleasure to introduce my colleague Martin Ross, the Associate Dean for Graduate Studies in the Faculty of Science.
Thank you, Bertrand. Hello, everyone. Today, we are celebrating 40 new PhD graduates in science that form a diverse graduate community with a global mindset. You represent Waterloo so well. You have contributed greatly to the development of a collaborative environment, to the interdisciplinarity of our research at the university, and also through your community engagement, and so much more. Thanks to your efforts, we now know more about critical and emerging scientific problems related to topics as varied as lithium batteries, contact lenses, polymers, nanostructures, superconducting circuits, quantum information, and invasive species. You have done all this to solve complex problems and improve lives. You have also made important advances to our understanding of the Earth, the hydrosphere, the biosphere, and the impact of human activities on our planet. You have also contributed new knowledge about the universe, to our understanding of the universe. Your discoveries and contributions will transform the world. From reading the thesis titles, it is clear to me that many of you have worked on novel solutions, some of which may lead to new enterprises, thanks to Waterloo's entrepreneurial spirit. And don't forget, you have done all this during unprecedented challenging times at Waterloo. You have adapted and overcome those challenges to complete something big, a PhD thesis. A PhD is a big deal. You can be very proud of yourselves. So congratulations to all. Congratulations, Jeremy. Congratulations, Amy, Paul, Sadaf, Marina, Raphael, and all the 40 graduates, PhD graduates in science. Thank you very much for your contributions to science and to society, and for making Waterloo such a great place to study and do research. I hope you have enjoyed your experience at Waterloo. Stay connected with us and continue building connections and advancing your professional goals. I wish you all great success in your future endeavors. Thank you very much. I will now turn the program back to Professor Jeff Casello.
Thank you so much, Martin. And to all the Associate Deans, thank you very much for bringing the perspectives of the faculties and sharing with us the incredible breadth and depth of the scholarship that happens here at the University of Waterloo. I think all of us take a little bit of pride in seeing our graduates come across, and certainly the faculties and all of the members of the faculties play incredibly important roles in getting our students to where they are today, to where we are celebrating their graduation. What comes next is a 5-minute video that really gets us excited here in Graduate Studies and Postdoctoral Affairs. Every time we offer this celebration for our PhD graduates, we invite students, their supervisors, their loved ones to submit images or short videos that celebrate their time here at the University of Waterloo. And again, we're overwhelmed by the community that is evident in the photos that you're about to see. So sit back and enjoy. Here's 5 minutes of experience at the University of Waterloo for our graduate students.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sadaf.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sadaf, on graduating.
Sadaf, we're so happy to be celebrating with you on your graduation after all your years of hard work. Congratulations on your PhD.
Dear Oyer, I learned a lot from working with you and feel very proud of your research accomplishments. You contributed excellent industrial knowledge throughout your PhD, and I hope you've also enjoyed your stay here in Canada. Congratulations and wishing you all the best.
This is just a message to say how proud I am of you, Fang Yan, to congratulate you on completing your PhD. It was a delight working with you, and I'm excited about your future and the next stages of your career. I know great things will happen due to your hard work and brains and ambition.
Hello, Stan, Marshall, Piyush. Congratulations on this very important milestone. I wish I was there to attend in person for all of your ceremonies, but that may not be possible. But please know that I'm very proud of your accomplishments, and I wish you all the best as you take on new challenges in your lives. And congratulations once again, and may all your dreams be fulfilled, and my best wishes to you and your loved ones.
Congratulations, Dr. Sarah Main. You should be so very proud of all you've accomplished during your time at UW. Celebrate this important milestone. Congratulations to you and all your fellow graduates of 2022.
Dear Hessam, you made many valuable contributions at Waterloo with your outstanding research and highly dedicated teaching. It was a great pleasure to work alongside you as your PhD supervisor. Congratulations and wishing you all the best.
A quick but big shout out to my supervisor, Dr. Sherry Dupuy, to my mom, my dad, my brother. Thank you all for everything you've done over the years. It's so greatly appreciated. And a huge shout out to the class of 2022. I can't wait to celebrate with you all in June.
Dear Roland, congratulations on your incredible accomplishment. I'll always cherish and look fondly upon these years that we were able to work together. Good luck on all your future endeavors.
Hi, John. I just wanted to say congratulations on your PhD. I think you did some terrific original work, and it was a pleasure supervising you. Good luck. Bye-bye.
Dear Sarah, it was a pleasure to be your co-supervisor. You made outstanding contributions to the new field of additive manufacturing. I'm very proud of your accomplishments. Congratulations and wishing you all the best.
I hope all of you enjoyed that as much as I did. As I watched that video, I certainly get the sense of community, the warmth, the energy that is our graduate studies program here at the University of Waterloo. I'll tell anyone who will listen that my job is to get up every day and come to this university and support the very brightest and most academically motivated, most personable group of students that you could imagine. And it's an absolute honor to hold that position. And as I watch that video, I just reflect on the blessings that I have as being part of this graduate community and celebrating all of this with all of you. Just a tremendous honor. Speaking of honors, again, it's my privilege to introduce our second speaker, the second Governor General Gold Medal Award winner, and that is Dr. Mike Paris. Mike finished his PhD in kinesiology in the Faculty of Health. His work studied skeletal muscle mass and ways to achieve nutrition for those who are suffering from chronic illnesses, for whom nutrition could be problematic because of their health challenges. Mike is currently a postdoc at Western University, and Mike is here with us today. Mike?
Thank you very much, Jeff. I'd like to begin by welcoming everyone here today. President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Goel, Provost, Dr. Rush, Associate Vice President, Dr. Casello, all of our Associate Deans, faculty members, and of course, all of my fellow doctoral graduates. Congratulations on all that you have achieved. I'm very grateful to have been recognized for this award and having the opportunity to address everyone here today. I'd be remiss if I did not start by recognizing those individuals who have guided us along our journeys. We've only achieved this tremendous milestone because of the help we received along the way from our families, our friends, the excellent administrative staff here at the University of Waterloo, and of course, our mentors. When I was first asked to speak here today, I couldn't help but start laughing to myself at how uncomfortable and awkward I was going to be up here. If you had asked me to stand up here and talk about science, no issues, I could speak for hours. But this is a completely new experience for me. So when I sat down to start writing out what I wanted to say, I began reflecting upon my time here at the University of Waterloo. And rather than focusing on my own specific experiences, I thought, what is it that we all have in common and experience during our graduate training here at the university? And three things came to mind that I wanted to share. Developing independence and confidence in our abilities. Perhaps one of the most frightening aspects of finally completing our graduate studies is becoming comfortable and confident in our abilities to think and act independently. Trust in yourself. The experiences, skills, and knowledge that you've gained here at the University of Waterloo have prepared you for these future roles and endeavors, whatever they may be. But remember, we all have our own personal definitions of success, and it is rarely a straightforward path towards achieving it. So although there have been many bumps along the road and many more to come, continue to persevere as you have done throughout these past years, and you will achieve your goals. Our lab mates and colleagues. Some of my fondest memories here during my time at the University of Waterloo was those I had spent with colleagues within the lab. Whether it was discussing the most smallest minutiae of our current projects or problems, or struggling to rationalize and vocalize the larger impact and significance of our work. However, these individuals are more than just our colleagues. Many of these relationships we have developed into friendships that will last a lifetime. So remember to reach out and maintain contact with those individuals, friends, and colleagues, even if it's for a quick and simple hello. Lastly, mentorship. We've all been fortunate enough to be surrounded by immensely supportive individuals here throughout our graduate training. These individuals not only provided us with guidance during our struggles and celebrations for our successes, but they also make us strive to better ourselves. And I am sure we are all forever grateful for their guidance. But now it is time to pay it forward. Part of how now I define my own personal success is through the achievements and successes of those I now mentor. It is now time to open doors for others and guide future trainees as we were once guided by our mentors. However, we never stop learning and growing, so continue to surround yourself with those individuals that make you strive to better yourself. And remember, although we are celebrating all of our excellent accomplishments over these past years, we are also celebrating those who have helped us along the way, as without their guidance, we certainly would not have accomplished all that we have to date. So once again, congratulations on all achieving this tremendous milestone. I wish you all the best in the coming future. Thank you. I'll now turn it back to Dr. Casello.
Thank you so much, Dr. Paris, for those remarks. We're very grateful that you could make it today and share those thoughts with your fellow graduates. Colleagues, it's now time to wrap things up, and we've heard so much about our students. I'd like to share a personal story about one of my graduate students who is receiving his PhD today. Dr. Pedram Fard grew up in Iran and did his undergraduate studies there. He purposely opted to leave Iran for a different kind of life. He went to the Netherlands to pursue his master's degree, and there he met his future wife. Sui and Pedram decided that Canada would be next for them, and we were fortunate to attract them to the University of Waterloo. When they came to Waterloo, we worked together on so many things, on his academics, his PhD research. Pedram was also my TA and learned to teach and coordinate in a 500-person undergraduate class. Pedram was my partner in some consulting work that we did with some alumni from the University of Waterloo, and it was an exceptional opportunity for us to develop professional networks. Along the way, Pedram and Sui welcomed their daughter, Megan Fard, to our community. And it was an honor for my wife and me to spend time with Megan, Pedram, and Sui. Our research group became closer when when Megan joined the research team. We now have Chinese students who Megan refers to as Auntie Ming and Auntie Candace. The research group has come together as a collective, and it's become a family here at the University of Waterloo, a family of exceptional scholars with real commitment to each other, to their own academic goals, to their professional goals, but also to the personal community to which they belong. All of us at Waterloo share these kinds of stories and share these kinds of experiences. It's our honor to be in this position, our privilege to be in this position. And what an exceptional honor it is to be able to guide graduate students to today, to a celebration where their future is absolutely unbounded and absolutely unlimited. I can't wait to see what comes next for you graduates. I echo my colleagues and encourage you to stay in touch with us. We want to continue to support you as your career evolves, and we're going to need you. We're going to need you to come back and talk to our classes, help us in our labs, and do the kinds of things that maybe some alumni did for you as you were studying for your PhD program. In short, we want to stay in touch, and we want to help. Again, I wish you all of the success. Before I wrap up today, I want to once again thank our President and Vice Chancellor, Vivek Goel. I want to thank our Provost, Dr. Rush. I want to thank our Associate Deans, Graduate Studies, for their contribution today. So I want to thank the production team behind the scenes and my team, especially Marta Bailey for her work in getting this production off the ground. It's been a tremendous effort, and I want to thank everyone for doing all of that they contribute to today's experience. I encourage you to stay with us for the next few minutes. If you missed it as the program began, we will be scrolling our graduates' names and their thesis titles. I encourage you to take a look. The quality and, the breadth and the depth of the work that is done here at the University of Waterloo is just exceptional. And I think the names and the titles will give you some sense of that. For those of you who are local and who have registered, we will have our celebration at 5:30 over at the Graduate House here on campus. We look forward to seeing you there. And of course, we look forward to seeing you at your own physical convocation in about 2 weeks. We can't wait to welcome you there across the stage. Once again, a final word of thanks, a final word of congratulations from the University of Waterloo. I wish you all a very good afternoon. Be well and keep in touch.
you.